this is Ray Bergstrom. I'm a guitar player from Los Angeles, California, and I wanted to make this YouTube series to kind of show what it's like to be a working guitar player in LA. And I think I have maybe a bit of a different story, an unusual path, because I didn't start really making a living at playing the guitar until I was in my mid-40s. Really, last year was the first year when my music income surpassed my day job income, and that was a big milestone for me. And so I want to show you guys in these YouTube videos kind of what I do to make that happen, what my path and career are like as a working guitar player. And this is the second video I've made kind of in this series, and I'm still new at this. I'm not so good at talking in front of the camera, but I'm trying to get better. And like I said at the end of my last video, maybe no one will watch this, maybe no one will care. At the very least, it can be a time capsule for me to reflect on what was going on in my life at this point. So here's what's happening this week. I got called to do a gig in Las Vegas this weekend for 3 nights. It's with a jazz singer and a quartet or quintet, sextet, something like that. And I have to say, this is the kind of gig that makes me a little nervous because there are a lot of tunes I have to learn, and there's a bunch of charts, and I'm a terrible reader. I wouldn't even say I'm a reader at all. I have to prepare ahead of time. So I want to do a good job on this gig because someone recommended me for it. And it's a nice venue, really good band. So this week I'm going to be working hard every day learning the tunes so I can hopefully do a good job on this gig. But yeah, again, this is the kind of thing that makes me kind of nervous and insecure, because it's only been recently that I've felt qualified to be able to do something like this. You know, I'm 45 now, and I've always played guitar, but I don't think I got to a level where I felt comfortable or qualified to do things like this until very recently, until maybe a year or two ago. So things like this still kind of scare me, and I know I need to put in the work to do a good job, because I can't wing it. I can't sight read it on the gig. I don't have that skill. I've never been good at reading. So I think what I'll do this week is show a little bit of my preparation, and also some of the other work that I do as a working musician. I have a couple gigs in town in LA before I leave for Vegas on Thursday to play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. So the first thing I'm doing to get prepared is I made a spreadsheet with a set list of tunes, and I'm gonna kind of keep track of how many times I've practiced each one of them. Some of the tunes have videos or recordings, some of them don't. I've got charts for all of them. Again, reading charts is hard for me, so I really have to sit down and look at each note and make sure I know what's going on. So over the course of this week, I'm going to go through my spreadsheet and make a mark each time I practice each of the songs. There's about 20 tunes on this set list, and they're jazz tunes with a singer and a couple horns and drums and bass. All right, let's see how it goes. Oh, I forgot to mention, the tune I was playing at the start of this video was an old jazz tune called Sugar, and I got that arrangement from Jonathan Stout, who's one of the best swing guitarists in the world, and he did a video recently at Norm's Guitar Shop, and so I transcribed his arrangement of Sugar off of the Norm's Guitar Shop, or Norman's Rare Guitars YouTube video if you want to check out the original, where he plays it much better than I do. So I started learning the tunes for this upcoming Vegas gig last night, and I gotta say they're even harder than I bargained for. Lots of parts and lines and hits and stuff, and it's a lot to remember. Again, my reading is pretty non-existent, so the charts are there more to remind me when stuff happens, but I've got to learn all the parts, because I'm definitely not gonna read them on the gig. So it's kind of crunch time. I have a few days before the gig. Lots going on in these few days. You know, taking care of my kid and doing some gigs in town. So every free moment I have needs to be spent learning these tunes so I can do a good job. So wish me luck. All right, it's Tuesday, June 18th, and I'm starting my week of gigs. I got 5 gigs in 5 days this week. Man, I'm already exhausted, and I haven't even started. I've been cramming these tunes for the Vegas gigs coming up Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's a lot of tunes to learn. I've gone through every tune at least once now. I made the spreadsheet to keep track of how many times I've practiced each one, and to make some notes about which ones are easier and which ones are harder. You can tell I'm already pretty tired. So, but right now I'm headed to this regular hotel gig I do, a duo gig with a sax player. This is a looping jazz gig. I set up loops so I have accompaniment when I solo. I do this gig a lot. I'm going to do it tomorrow night too. So tonight and tomorrow, at the Sunset Tower Hotel in Hollywood, doing the duo thing, and then Thursday I head to Vegas for 3 nights of this show, and I'm just gonna keep preparing and practicing these tunes for that show. So I will keep you posted. I gotcha. I'm home after my gig Tuesday night. I'm pretty wrecked, pretty exhausted. I had to record some stuff for another project that I'm in, the Idiomatique Gypsy Jazz Band, and they're waiting on me to finish my parts for a record we're doing. So I just recorded that stuff. I still need to practice all these tunes for the Vegas gig on Thursday, but man, I'm so tired. I think I'm just gonna go to bed and practice those tomorrow and Thursday before the gig. All right, lots going on, but it's fun to play guitar. I love doing it. All right, I've got my hotel gig again tonight, Sunset Tower Hotel, and just warming up in the parking garage. The beautiful parking garage before we schlep upstairs and do the gig tonight. Playing duo with Mario on clarinet and guitar and sax and all kinds of stuff. I'm still stressing out a little bit about the gig coming up this weekend. I haven't had much time to practice the past 2 days for that, so I'm gonna try to cram tonight when I get home and tomorrow before the gig. I got a long drive to Vegas. I'll listen to the playlist over and over and review the charts when I get to Vegas tomorrow too. Wish me luck. Lots of tunes to learn, but it's gonna be fun tonight jamming with Mario back at Sunset Tower Hotel. All right, it's Thursday morning, June 20th, and I'm leaving LA right now to head to Vegas. I got about a 4-hour drive, and I'm just gonna listen to the tunes on my drive, get them in my head a little more. I reviewed most of them again last night, late after I got home from my gig, and I'll just listen a bunch of times in the car now, and hopefully have time to go over them again when I get to the hotel before we play tonight. So it should be a fun weekend playing at the Fontainebleau Hotel, the Nowhere Lounge at the Fontainebleau. When I get to Vegas, I'll take a few videos there. If you've never done the drive from LA to Vegas before, it's a whole lot of nothing for the most part. Just a lot of desert. And so you take any roadside attractions that you can get, and here's a silly one. It is the world's largest thermometer in Baker, California. It looks like it's getting up close to 100 degrees today. 98. World's largest thermometer. Thrilling. This is my favorite roadside site on the way to Vegas. It's the Ivanpah Solar Thermal Power Plant. There's a bunch of mirrors that all focus sunlight on those towers in the middle, and I think there's like oil. It gets superheated, and then the heated oil can run some turbines to generate electricity. It looks really spectacular from the side of the road. Alright, well I made it, kinda. I'm in Vegas, but there's a ton of traffic, so squeaking along. It'll be a while until I actually get to the hotel, but on the way I listened to all the tunes a bunch of times. I'm feeling a little better about the set, a little more familiar with it. I still got to do some more homework, take another look at the tunes before tonight, maybe another 2 looks. I'm sure it won't be perfect, but I'm going to do the best I can and try to have a good time and put on a good show. Alright, I'll show you when I get there. Okay, I made it to the venue for setting up and sound check. It's a really nice lounge in the Fontainebleau in Vegas. And they have backline. I didn't realize that. There's a backline amp. I brought my own amp, but I guess I don't need to use it. It was a little bit of a hassle getting my stuff down here. Pretty confusing, but I found it. I made it. Gonna get set up. I'm first person here, so that's gonna give me some time to warm up and review the tunes yet again. I want to make sure I know. All right, cool spot. Looking forward to spending 3 nights here in this beautiful lounge. All right, I got my tux on for the gig tonight. I haven't worn a tux in years. I think the last time I wore a tuxedo was at my wedding. guys, well, I'm back in the hotel room after the first night of shows here at the Fontainebleau. I don't know how to say it, I don't speak French. I am exhausted, man. It's been a long couple weeks of working and taking care of the kid and traveling today. Yeah, it sounds like we had a little family crisis tonight while I was gone working too, so it was a little stressful during the gig, but I think the gig went well. I played as well as I could. You know, a lot of the tunes have some tricky arrangements, and I didn't nail all of them, but I tried to play my best, and I'll put in a clip in this video, or maybe I already did put in a clip in this video of one of the tunes we played tonight. So man, I'm gonna try to get a lot of sleep, because as you can probably tell, you can probably see in my eyes that I'm exhausted, but I need to get some food because I'm pretty hungry too. So I'm gonna go to the employee cafeteria, and I got 2 more nights of this. Tomorrow, hopefully I'll be well rested. Got a nice hotel room. They really took care of us and gave us good rooms. All right, see you tomorrow. So last night after the gig, I could tell I was coming down with a cold, and it hit me pretty soon after we finished playing, and I was feeling pretty sick last night, sore throat, stuffy nose. Man, I've been running on empty for a while, trying to do so many things, but fortunately I have a real comfortable hotel room and got lots of rest last night, so getting my caffeine in today, and I'm feeling a little better. I'm looking forward to doing 2 more nights here. I'm going to review the tunes yet again, because there's definitely some hits and lines that I missed last night. Overall, I think I played fine, but I'd like to get some of the arrangements down a little bit better again, because my reading is non-existent. I can't just get those hits and lines on the fly reading on the gig. I wish I were a better reader, but for some reason that's never clicked with me. But and the last time I really gave it a try was a while ago. So maybe it's time to invest some more practice time into reading. All right, here's to another one tonight. Oh, another thought I just had is, as a freelance musician, you know, I don't really have one main project that is my big breadwinner. I make a living by doing a ton of different kinds of gigs, so it's really hard to schedule and organize and keep track of everything. Like today, I woke up to messages from like 5 different projects, bands, events, and you know, immediately first thing I do is try to get my calendar in order and make sure I can do all these things. It's awesome. I'm really lucky that I get called for a lot of stuff now. It's just really hard to keep track of. But this was the shift that I noticed over the past 2 years. That's why, like in my previous video, I was talking about how I finally became a working musician kind of later in life, in my 40s. And this is the shift that happened, where now, you know, most days I wake up and I get some messages asking if I can do some gigs. And this took place over a really long time, networking, playing with a lot of people, and I think most importantly for me, getting better at the guitar, practicing a lot. And so now I feel like I can handle myself in just about any situation, or any situation that doesn't involve a reading. And I'm in a reading situation this weekend, supposedly, but that just means I need to practice the tunes ahead of time so I don't have to rely on attempting to read on the gig, which I frankly can't do. Last day in Vegas. First two shows I think went pretty well. It's a lot of fun to play with this band. Amazing players, really, really good. I feel a little out of place. Definitely some imposter syndrome happening here, but I'm doing the best I can. Yeah, my family came last night to stay with me the last 2 days, and right now it's nap time for little kids, so I found a stairwell. I'm going to practice for a while the kiddo's taking her nap time. That's about it. I'm still sick. Got a cold going, but that's how it goes. Gonna get some practice in and do one more show tonight. All right, I bet the stairwell is gonna sound nice even with an unplugged electric guitar. Headed downstairs for night 3. This is the last night of the gig. Gotta make it a good one. Okay, packing up to leave Las Vegas. The gig went pretty well, I think. I had some good moments. I had a couple stupid moments. Couple brain farts, but all in all, I think it was all right. The band leader seemed happy. Again, gigs like this are so challenging for me and really spark some insecurities related to not being able to read music or sight read music. Now I got a big drive home. I'm pretty sick, so I got to try to recover the next few days because I have another big, busy week coming up, and I have some stuff in town, and I'm doing some more travel this week, going to Chicago and Milwaukee with the singer-songwriter. So next video, I'll fill you guys in on what that's all about. All right, again, thanks for watching. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch, but this is my slice of time in my life kind of video. This is what being a working musician is like, at least for me. All right, until next time.